D.H. Lawrence. An Introduction. David Herbert Lawrence was born on the 11th of September 1885 in Eastwood, Nottinghamshire, a coal-mining town where the reality of a harsh life was only useful as experiences for future literary works. He was educated at Beauvale Board School and became the first local boy to receive a scholarship to attend Nottingham High School. After 3 years, he became a junior clerk in Haywood's surgical appliances factory. He was also attempting a literary career, which, in the short term, led to a teacher training position in Eastwood and later a teaching qualification from University College, Nottingham. Lawrence's first efforts were poems, short stories, and a draft of the White Peacock. Moving to London and a teaching position in Croydon, his writing attracted the attention of Ford Madox Ford, editor of the English Review, and he commissioned him to write Odour of Chrysanthemums. Wanting to write full-time, he now began work on what would become Sons and Lovers. In 1912, he met the older and married mother of 3, Frieda Weekley. They eloped to Germany, and here Lawrence could see for himself the growing tensions with France. So keen was his interest that he was arrested and accused of being a British spy. In early 1914, Frieda obtained her divorce, and they returned to Britain to be married just days before the outbreak of war. Owing to her German parentage and his own public dislike of militarism and violence, the couple were treated with contempt and suspicion throughout the war years. Despite this, he continued to write, but his reputation in England was so tarnished and mirrored by his own disdain for the country, he and Frieda left England in November 1919, first for Europe and then America, via Ceylon and Australia. They bought a ranch in Taos, New Mexico, and visited Mexico several times. The third visit, in March 1925, caused a near-fatal attack of malaria. To convalesce, they moved to Florence. Here he continued work on Lady Chatterley's Lover, which for many years would cause controversy. A renewed interest in oil painting resulted in an exhibition in 1929, which was raided by the police, and several works were confiscated. D.H. Lawrence died of complications arising from a bout of tuberculosis on the 2nd of March 1930 in Vence, France. He was 44. In The Horse Dealer's Daughter, a young woman begins a relationship with a young doctor and a friend of her brother's. What should be straightforward is intimately investigated by Lawrence's foraging pen.
The Horse Dealer's Daughter by D.H. Lawrence. "Well, Mabel, and what are you going to do with yourself?" asked Joe, with foolish flippancy. He felt quite safe himself. Without listening for an answer, he turned aside, worked a grain of tobacco to the tip of his tongue, and spat it out. He did not care about anything, since he felt safe himself. The 3 brothers and the sister sat round the desolate breakfast table, attempting some sort of desultory consultation. The morning's post had given the final tap to the family's fortunes, and all was over. The dreary dining room itself, with its heavy mahogany furniture, looked as if it were waiting to be done away with. But the consultation amounted to nothing. There was a strange air of ineffectuality about the 3 men as they sprawled at table, smoking and reflecting vaguely on their own condition. The girl was alone, a rather short, sullen-looking young woman of 27. She did not share the same life as her brothers. She would have been good-looking, save for the impassive fixity of her face. Bulldog, as her brothers called it. There was a confused tramping of horses' feet outside. The 3 men all sprawled round in their chairs to watch. Beyond the dark holly bushes that separated the strip of lawn from the high road, they could see a cavalcade of shire horses,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?